To another edition of Ocean's Pit, a little show about big things. I hope you guys are having a great day today. Today is Monday, June 30th. So check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com, and give us a call at 847-769-8609 to book a show. Every show is dedicated to the first responders. Don't forget all our friends, men and women in the military. Thank you for what you do. And, of course, our veterans who fight for our country and fought for our country. Thank you so much. Mostly it's dedicated to people like you for watching the show every day. We got a great show lined up. We got a whole week of good stuff happening today. But today is Monday. Ready to go. Let's go. Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to Ocean's Pit, everybody. It's a beautiful Monday. And boy, there's so much. I mean, it's just been crazy going over and over and everything that's going on in this crazy world. And we're just going to get you some great stuff. We're going to have some fun. We're going to do some stories. We're going to just keep up everything going. But before we do that, let's get right to our sponsors. Our good friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place, buy local, shop local. Folks, that's right. They just had their national grilling event this past Saturday at the Norwich location. And I want to thank Raffaello and Jackie and the whole staff there for doing an incredible job. They had Weber Grill there, not doing all their stuff there. They had Almost Home for Dogs, donating dogs. It was a beautiful event. But they got a lot of great stuff going on. A July 4th event and a lot of July red hot buys. Some notable, here we got, save 20% of select Craftsman power tools. How about buy 2-pack of select Milwaukee M18 batteries and receive a select M18 tool for free. That's a $249 value. Or see our print ads for 25% off for any regular price item under $50. Or $12.50 or $12.50 off any regular priced items over $50. Save up to $230 on select Tangier wood pellet grills. More and more stuff happening at Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. And that is Monday. But the grilling event Friday night was a great. Let's just start from Friday because there's so much going on and try to catch up on everything. Friday was another great. Thank everybody, Tony, Toto, and everybody for showing up. Seeing my godmother Vicky there and Joe on Friday at Chicago Prime Steakhouse. So thank you all the people that showed up there. Saturday during the day, we had a birthday party for my son-in-law, Eric, and my future son-in-law, Nico, and my son, Tony. All the kids came over all day at the house, and they just at the pool all day. And Laura and Natalie made the food, and it was just a great day. Of course, I was only there for about an hour because I had to do the nationwide grilling event for Ace Hardware, and it was a great event. Jerry Jam was outside. And I was nice to people that all showed up. The General Albert, and thank you guys for all coming up. Thank you, Raffaello, man. Great job you did, and Jackie and the staff there at Ace Hardware, man, always doing their stuff, and it was a very, very great event on Saturday during the day. Now, Sunday, folks, we ended up Saturday night. I was at Johnny's Kitchen and Tap in Glenview. This is my second time there. It was a sold-out show, and I just can't believe the love and all the people that were there and just kept the party going. Great to see my buddy Miles Green and, of course, cousin Tommy coming out, Carlo, Gina, Carol, and I mean, James Place, birthday, Tommy Q from Mojo's Jukebox. Jeff Hunt back in town for one day, and then he's taken off again. Mary and the staff do an incredible job there, and I just want to thank you all for coming on and supporting that place and supporting me on a Saturday when you guys could have been out doing, you know, you could have been out barbecuing and doing all that stuff. So it was a great event. Now, yes, Sunday we were off. So today is Laura's birthday, so we celebrated yesterday. Me and her, like if you guys follow me and Laura, know we don't go out too much. Maybe once, twice a year, and we went out for her birthday, and we try to find something new to. We went kind of early because we didn't want to go too late. So there used to be a place called Lalo's here in Roselle near us, and that's closed after 2020, after COVID. A new place opened called La Hacienda. It's not Mexican. We thought it was a Mexican restaurant, but it's a Latin American cuisine. And we had the food and some cocktails, folks, of course. And then he had this thing. We just had regular margaritas. Now, I asked for a frozen margarita. They don't have frozen margaritas. So I usually, if I've ever had a margarita, it's always frozen. I usually drink them if I go to a Mexican restaurant or if we're on vacation or if I'm on vacation, whatever. So I had my first regular margarita, which was good. And the food was okay. The food wasn't the best, but the atmosphere there was really cool. They had a DJ playing, and they had all this stuff. They had a photographer come by, take your pictures and stuff like that. And then when it was somebody's birthday, the skeleton guy comes out, and they do a big happy birthday thing. And it was a lot of fun. There was a couple sitting next to us, and they had some giant like crown, gold crown, and a genie lamp. And so they brought the regular drink. Now the drink was clear. I couldn't even tell you what this thing was called. But then they made the birthday person rub the lamp. And when they rub the lamp, and then they pour the blue juice into the drink, and it would be smoking and all this crazy stuff. So he said, we got to try it. And we were just going to have one and give it to Laura. We're going to share it, but we just had two. And so, whew. Anyway, La Hacienda Americana, whatever, in Roselle. Check it out. It's a great place, and it was a nice. It was a good time. Now tonight, folks, the kids are going to come over a little bit at 5:30, right after work. We usually don't do stuff during the week, but they're going to come over and we'll have some leftover food and spend the rest of the time for my wife's birthday. So everything was a nice event yesterday. We have a busy week, and we have so much stuff going on and stories and everything that's happening. It's just hard to keep track sometimes of everything. But I want to thank you all for watching. I really do appreciate it. Let's see who happen to be watching right now. Let's see. Emo from Florida, Jill, Francine, Mickey, Martin, how are you doing? Kathy Apolito, Richard, hello, everybody. Welcome to Ocean's Pit. Tomorrow is Twisted Tuesday with Carol Brandolino, and Wednesday, my good friend, I think one of the best chefs in the city of Chicago, even though he doesn't work for a restaurant anymore, yet he used to have a place called Cafe Clemenza. It was a big restaurant, which I started there in Hoffman Estates many years ago. And but now he's a private chef for people. But now he's coming up with his own dog food, homemade dog food for dogs. And he's Richie Mancini, fantastic guy. Is going to be our guest on Friday, talking about this special homemade dog food, which he's selling to people. And it's all homemade, which is good. So he's going to talk about that on Wednesday. And then Thursday, Carol Brandolino will be back with us on Thursday. Friday for the 4th, we will not go live because we got too much stuff going on. But we have a busy week. Now, tomorrow, Ocean's Rat Pack will be, and Double T Tony Toto will be in Kenosha for Stogies and Steins. It's an outdoor concert with Ocean's Rat Pack from 6 to 8. They'll be serving all types of craft beers. There'll be a bunch of cigar vendors out there too. And it's in Kenosha, Wisconsin. That's tomorrow. Thursday will be at Zaza's in Lake Barrington with Daryl Armenstad. Friday is the 4th of July. So during the day, I think it's like 9 to 11, we will be performing on the Elmwood Park, my old hometown of Elmwood Park, on a float during the day. And then I have a private party in Lake Geneva that night. And then Saturday, we're another private event at the Grand Geneva in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. And then I'll be gone. I'm going camping for like 4 days, 3 days, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, coming home on Wednesday. So it's a busy week, a lot going on. Albert, great seeing you at the ACE event. Pina, how are you doing, everybody? Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. What are we going to talk about? Let's get to some stories here, folks. Usually when I'm trying to watch television, there's usually not a lot of good things to watch. I watch, animal shows and sci-fi shows and wrestling. But there's been 3 good shows that I've seen on Netflix. The Waterfront, which is great. It's like Ozark. People say Ozark's better than Waterfront, but I liked it. I think they're making another season 2, which I'm looking at. It was great. I loved it. And then Lincoln Lawyer was really good too. That was just one season, one show. Now they're going to make season 2 on that too. That was good. And then Animal Kingdom. Wow. I haven't finished season 1 yet, but it's 6 seasons. And it came out in 2022, so I'm a little behind on watching some of the stuff on Netflix. But Animal Kingdom right now I'm watching. What a fucked up family. But one adventure after another. Mother Smurf, played by Ellen Barkin, great actress. But just a great show. Check it out. Lincoln Lawyer on Netflix if you didn't get a chance to watch it. Waterfront on Netflix, and Animal Kingdom. Good stuff. You're going to love it. It's Ocean's Pit. All right, what else we got? Monopoly. It was a game that we always played as kids. Monopoly. Problem is, sometimes you couldn't play with just 2 people, and it would take a long time to play. But now they're changing everything. I'm just hate. Bloodline is really good. Mary, I'm going to have to check that out, Mary, but thank you. I will definitely look into that. Monopoly now, folks, the new game, and if you've bought a new version of Monopoly, folks, believe it or not, they're replacing the paper money, which used to be the best part, right? Used to stack your money. The orange was the 500 and then the whatever, or the 100, right? It would always be the paper money. They're going to replace it now with an app to track your money and how much your properties are all going to be on an app now. When you play Monopoly, if you buy the new game. If you still have the old one, it's a different story. Why they got to screw up with stuff that's been good? Why? So I'm not happy about that. Not that I play Monopoly that much, but they get rid of the old paper. They get rid of everything. Crazy. I think when I was young, they had a TV, Animal Kingdom. That's a different one. I used to watch that too, Emil, but that was a real show about animals. This Animal Kingdom is about a family. I think they're called the Buckleys, and they do a lot of shitty shit. So you gotta watch it. Gotta watch it. Takes the fun, Kathy. It was great seeing you, my dear friend, Saturday at the ACE event. Thank you so much for that. Yeah. So interesting, right? Car seats for you guys who have kids or babies. They're changing these car seat rules in Illinois, effect yesterday. Oh, today. Today would be the last day. They're testing regulations now for the way the baby can sit in the car. So you might want to look into that for some of you people who have grandkids, infants. They're changing the seats and the regulations, how you put your baby in the car, and how police will take a look if they ever pull you over. Blackhawk news. Congratulations to Duncan Keith going into the NHL Hall of Fame. And congratulations also Jonathan Toews, who used to be with the Chicago Blackhawks, signed a 1-year deal with the Winnipeg Jets. So all that great team the Blackhawks had at one particular time, they are all very different. Oh, my God, this family is a mess. I feel good about my life watching this show. Carol, I'm telling you, these guys are fucked up. Smart kids. It looks like they all got like really screwed up when they were young, and they're doing these jobs, and people are turning on. I'm not going to tell you the story, but I'm only on the eighth episode of season 1, and there's 6 seasons. I love it. It's got to be one of my favorite shows. So, guys, if you're looking for some very interesting, and Waterfront is very good. Another screwed up family. Very, very cool. So make sure you check it out. Felicia, gas prices go up tomorrow. Thank you, Governor Flintstone. Of course, buddy. Felicia, that's the way it is. You know that, pal. And it's Illinois. What are you going to do? It's Illinois. It's a little screwed up, as it is. Now, someone said TikTok was going to get banned, and then it never got banned, and then they gave it another, 60 days or 90 days, and now they're supposed to, I don't know what's going on. The mom is a nut. Great actress, though, Carol. Ellen Barkin, yeah, the actress. She was great actress, but she's the one that controls all the kids. So you guys got to sit and watch it. Animal Kingdom. You won't, once you watch it, you're going to have to keep watching it. You can watch probably 8 seasons in all one, if you can in one day. But very good. Dennis Lake Geneva, what's up, brother? I hope you're doing well. So is TikTok on, TikTok not on? I don't know. Delta Dental of Illinois, the most gas tax on gas in the States. Jerry Jams, what's up, brother? Great job, Jerry. The 2 shows you did on Saturday, buddy. Thank you so much. And Jerry will be back with us on Friday at the Elmwood Park Parade. We will see you then, pal. And then Saturday, the big wedding that we're doing at the Grand Geneva, big wedding. Well, thank you for all the birthday wishes for Laura. She's very happy today. She's watching the baby at our daughter Nina's house. Helping her because they just bought a place, so they're just trying to get everything all organized. Yes, Sea of Love with Al Pacino. She was a nut in that movie too. Do you remember when we met? Yeah. Anyway, yeah, great Sea of Love song. Al Pacino, watch it. Anyway, great movie, animal TV show. So I don't know what's going on with TikTok. They said it's banned. It's not banned. Obviously, it's on because I know my kids are on it. People are on it all the time. I don't know if the United States company actually bought TikTok. That's what they were trying to do. So I think TikTok is still there. Maybe you guys know. I have no idea. They were talking about, I think last week we had a bunch of stories about Disney, and it's interesting how many people go there. Grill your ace off is right, brother. There was a family of 5 that had breakfast at Disney at where they have the characters. But you pay to have like breakfast with Mickey or Goofy or whatever, Donald Duck or whatever, and you pay for it. They come to your table and they take pictures with the kids and blah 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 blah. Well, what was shocking to me is obviously, yeah, I think you have to pay for this in advance. You know what you're paying, right? Well, I guess this guy was a little shocked. He had by doing this with the characters for 5 people, his bill was $938, ladies and gentlemen, for breakfast for 5 at Disney with this 3 characters. And I don't know, the 3 characters could have been, like I said, Goofy, Pluto, who knows what. But $938. Just reported 3.5-ton cocaine seized today. Oh, there you go, Dennis. Kids, yeah. All right. So, yeah. You imagine that? That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. And, wow, it's crazy. It's expensive as it is, but, and another thing I didn't realize, I was reading an article on the phone about, you go to the airport and you sit and you wait for your seat, for your plane to take off. So some people, we always get there an hour early, whatever it is, blah, blah, blah. And they have these charging stations. Well, now they're warning people. The TSA is warning us, to stop charging your phones with the adapters, with the chargers that are at the airport. Supposedly, they're taking all your information while your phone is being charged. This is what TSA is saying about airports. You think it's fantastic. I'm sitting here 2 hour waiting. My phone is dead. I can charge it in right here. This is how they're stealing information. There is Raffaello, buddy. Grill your ace off. Thank you again for Saturday, Raffaello. What a great event. And thank you so much for that cooler. It made the kids happy. It was a beautiful cooler. Thank you for that, Raffaello. Grace, you make sure it's great. There you go, Jerry. The cost of Disney character breakfast typically ranges from $42 to $65 for adults, $27.40 for children. Okay, so $140 per person, okay, so this kind of makes sense now that it came out to $938, and that was a party of 5. So this is what you're spending if you're having breakfast with the characters at Disney. I mean, you're just crazy. Anyway, the TSA, stop charging your phones at the airport. That's what the TSA said, so it is what it is. Another thing you got to stop doing is bringing your kids to these neighborhood amusement parks. The ones that come into town for a week, they come somewhere. It's like, it's like the low, instead of taking your family to Great America, which is dangerous too. But these mom and pop, now granted, they got to make money. I got it. They come in and they have the circus and they have I don't know if it's the circus. Most of these places are these just amusement park guys, and they have a bunch of rides and they put it in a parking lot in one of the malls or somewhere on the street. They've got them all the time, and all the kids go there, and the parents bring the kids there because it's not expensive. But there's been more and more and more dangerous in these rides. That roller coaster, 120 people were killed. One in Florida, one in Georgia, 15 people were killed. Because I don't know, either their people that they're hiring is not running the rides right, or they're not making their yearly repairs on these things. They were always dangerous before, but now they're getting more and more dangerous. So be careful, man, when you go on these roller coasters and stuff. Now, even on the big places, even Great America, Six Flags, you never know. You're hoping that they're putting up the maintenance and taking care of their stuff, but you really don't know. You really don't know. So be careful on that. And it's just more stuff that's coming out on social media. You're hearing about it all the time. So carny criminals. There you go. And I got it. When I was a kid, I wanted to run away and join the circus. I wanted to run away and become a clown. I always wanted to become a clown when I was a kid. I didn't realize that years later there's actually a college that you go to that you can become a clown. Because I was a lonely kid by myself all the time, and when your mother didn't speak English, I was left to do whatever the hell I wanted to do. And I did anything I wanted to do. I never had a curfew. I never had this. I never had that, So it was just, but I always wanted to be a clown. I like to try to make people laugh. At least I did in high school. Not so much now. But yeah, so I have something in my heart for some of these carnies, because I know they work their ass off. They go from, they're there for like 4 or 5 days, and then they pack up and they go to another town and they go to another town and to some towns, ladies and gentlemen, to some families, it's a big deal. It's a big deal because some people can't afford to go to Great America or Six Flags. So they wait for it to come to the town, and they take their kids and the cotton candy and popcorn, and And don't trust people with 3 teeth. Okay. All right. So yes, there was a few of those. Yes. Mega 47. Thank you, buddy, for that one. That's good. Another thing that I found kind of weird. Stuff that you buy and stuff that you eat. Jelly beans. How many people eat jelly beans? There's got to be a lot of people that eat jelly beans. Skittles. Oh, love Skittles, right? Jelly beans. I don't like the black ones. I like all the other color ones, but no. Anyway, do you realize what's in a Skittle and what's in jelly beans to make that shine? The shine of that jelly bean or the shine of that Skittle? Get this, folks. Crushed insects, cocoons, whatever. There's insect stuff they crush into this to make the shine on that candy. So look into what is actually in Skittles and jelly beans before you eat them. But here's something, folks. I'm still going to eat them. I'm still going to eat Skittles, and I'm still going to have certain jelly bean colors, but never black ones. I don't like black licorice either. Daryl Armenstad in the house. The drugs are the problem. There you go, Carol. I believe that too. I think some maybe people that are running these, it could be too. You're absolutely right. It could be drinking. They could be doing this. Hey, look, the kid's on the ride, freaking out. So be careful with that. And good luck when you're eating those Skittles and jelly beans. I don't care what's in them. I'm still eating them. Daryl Amistad, see you Thursday, brother. Ed Zazas. That's it. I'm done with Skittles. Paul, you're done with them. Sometimes, look, we know. Be careful what you say. Racist, not liking the black jelly beans. I didn't mean that. I just don't like black jelly beans. I don't like black licorice either. It's got a weird taste to it. But you got to be careful. There you go. Anyway, yeah. So watch as we're getting older, folks, and this world getting a little crazy. Excuse me. Everything's getting so crazy, right? You can't trust even the Skittles anymore. But mind you, we've been eating Skittles and jelly beans forever. So that shit's been in that stuff for forever. So it's happy. Kim Peterson, LeFew. What's up, Kimmy? I hope you're doing well. Great band in session. Go check it out. Let's check another sponsor, folks, as we can or as we will. I was fishing this morning, so I'm still a little 2 bass, 10 bluegill. Anyway, let's talk about my good friend Mary Grievous from for your real estate needs. She knows how to do it. Don't just call me when you're ready to buy or sell. Contact me when you're considering buying or selling. She's your forever agent, Mary Grievous at mgrievousstarkre.com, 630-688-1725. Berkshire Hathaway Stark Real Estate, available says buyers, sellers, for sale by owners, and expired listings. Go to mgrievousstarkre.com, 630-688-1725. Then, of course, you're talking about NTD Vacations as well. We're excited about it. It's going to be happening again. Our third cruise with Seventh Heaven. It's going to happen January 17th to January 25th, 2026. The MSC World America. 7 nights. Western Caribbean cruise. Miami, Honduras, Costa Maya, Cozumel, and Ocean Cay. Seventh Heaven. Tony Ocean, the main event band. Go to ChicagoMusicCruise.com. Put in Tony O. Or better yet, pick up the phone and call Mary at 630-688-1725 and say, I want to go on the ocean with Ocean. All right, so busy week that we're talking about, like I said, and we got some more stuff coming up. In the meantime, let's go to headlines. And I never thought, some of the stuff that you get on social media, you learn a lot. Now, I know a lot of it's a lot of shit, but it's also, you learn a lot of stuff. And then sometimes you just got to realize what is real, what isn't real, doesn't work. So it's hard. It's hard to keep track of. So you have to do investigating on anything. But listen to this. Just by rubbing, listen to this. Interesting. And if this is true, I'm going to do this every day. If this is true, I'm going to do this every day. Just by rubbing a banana peel, not the banana, take the peel off the banana and rub it on your teeth for 2 minutes every day. Take a banana peel, which is the best part of the banana. Rub it on your teeth. It helps whiten them. I never realized that. It also, if you rub it on your face, it helps reduce acne scars and brighten your skin too. Banana peels not only makes your face whatever, and makes your teeth whiter. I want to get that teeth thing done. Where they whiten it, they put it in. But the only problem is I don't want to look like, you open up and you look like like you're wearing a white sheet on your mouth. But that's something I want to do. I'm looking for new glasses. These glasses, I don't know, makes me look like Clark Kent. I don't know. I'm falling apart, ladies and gentlemen. Just falling apart. But anyway, what if you rub it on your ass? Well, Rich, I don't know what happens when you rub a banana peel on your ass, but I know what it does. I know what it does on your teeth and on your face. See, we learn something new every day here, folks. That's right. You want to talk about disgusting? I'll tell you what's disgusting. Colbert and Kimball. Oh, two worst things about late night. They mocked the U.S. Army's 250th anniversary parade. Stephen Colbert and Jimmy Kimmel just called the military celebration big, stupid, and boring. On national TV, mind you. Let that sink in. This parade wasn't about Donald Trump. It wasn't about politics. It was about honoring 250 years of American heroes and the men and women who fought for them, bled, and died for this country. That's what that parade was about. But Hollywood, the left, can't keep themselves. They mock anything that celebrates patriotism and tradition. They cheer for drag shows in libraries, but laugh at tanks on Constitution Avenue. They stand for no kings protesters, but scoff at the real American service members. Just because Trump was there, it was on his birthday and all this stuff. Come on, guys. What about our veterans? They're thinking about making June Veteran Month, and they should. They should. Don't get me riled up. Ugh. Anyway, let's get back to another story. Gary Coleman. Remember Gary Coleman? What are you talking about, Willis? Different strokes? I didn't know he died, or if he died. Gary Coleman's ex-wife, Shannon Price, to take a lie detector test, suspicion surrounding the actor's death in 2010. So she's voluntarily compelled a polygraph test to show her after years of public speculations about her involvement in his death. Gary Coleman. Screw them late night fools. The only one they have served is themselves. Insulted. Yeah, Paul, I agree with you 100%. Emo, I don't watch the late night shows over 9 years. I haven't watched late night since Johnny Carson. So I used to watch Letterman sometimes, and I used to watch Craig Ferguson. I thought he was good. But these guys are just a joke. Just a joke. Gary Coleman. And look, if you're pissed off by the military parade, folks, but not by the drag queen stories at the elementary schools, you need serious help. You have a mental disorder, folks. If that's okay, drag queen parades and festivals at grade schools. I am open to whatever people want to do in life. I don't give a shit. It's their life. But I keep repeating on this show, and I repeat, or if I talk to people, this are elementary school kids we're talking about here. Once that's what they learn in these elementary school, it could be screw them up for life. You know what I mean? There's a time and a place for everything, man. Drives me crazy. What do I know? People Magazine. Here's an interesting story. A Nevada woman was sentenced to at least 12 years in prison after she pleaded guilty to killing her boyfriend whom she confronted after finding another woman's tampon in his trash. The moral of the story is, don't put tampons and shit in your trash. Put it in a bag in your car and put it in your neighbor's trash. She killed her boyfriend because she found a tampon in his trash. It's sad and funny all at the same time. It really is. I look at this, talking about, just going too far. Yeah. Human remains found near Taylor Swift's Rhode Island home have been identified. I didn't know that. They found some human remains near her home in Rhode Island. People Magazine. All right, more stories. Sources say Caitlyn Jenner wants to become a mom with her alleged girlfriend. Caitlyn wants to become a mom with her girlfriend. I'm going to let you guys figure that story out yourself. And oh, my God. Anyway, folks, you know what it's time for? It's, hold on. All right. Feeling a bit better now. Okay, here we go. It's the weather, folks. The JRC Ace Hardware Minute is brought to you by JRC Ace Hardware Stores, and today is the weather for Monday, June 30th. It's 81 degrees out there right now, folks. Feels like it's about 85. I went fishing this morning. It wasn't that bad until it started getting around 8:30. Quarter to 9, it started getting a little warm, but it's 81 degrees, 85, feels like it's 85. It is sunny out. It's 70% humidity out there right now, 6-mile-an-hour winds. They're predicting rain between 5 and 6, 20% chance of rain at 5 and 20% chance of rain at 6. That is the weather today, brought to you by JRC Ace Hardware Stores. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Ace is the place. Oh, yeah. The deals they got. All right, folks. Here we go. Some more good stories. A woman marries man who forgot about breakup after concussion. Here you go, folks. Janae and Mitchell Bronston love story has an unexpected twist. Thanks to a skiing accident, their breakup never quite stuck. In February of 2020, Jenna ended things with Mitchell, feeling overwhelmed. But the very next day, Mitchell had a skiing accident, suffered a concussion, and forgot about the breakup. After his incident, he messaged Jenna for help, unaware that she had broken things off with him. I was confused why he kept messaging me. Jenna recalls assuming they just wanted to stay friends. As Mitchell continued to show kindness and support, including bringing ice cream to comfort her and her roommates, Jenna started reconsidering her split. And now when she eventually reminded him about the breakup, now it looks like they might get back together. Can't make this shit up, folks. Here's a question that I never realized until I seen it on social media. Listen to this. Why do we buy new clothes to go out of town? Do you ever notice that? We're going on a trip. We're going out of town. I got to get some new clothes. People haven't even seen our old clothes. So why do we got to get new clothes to go out of town? They haven't seen the old ones. Classic. Spend all this money to buy new clothes when the place you're going to hasn't seen your old clothes. You can't make this up. Interesting. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this is interesting. I love the stories you guys, people sending me, and the stuff that I find uncomfortable truths you need to hear. Are you ready for this? Uncomfortable truths you need to hear. The average lifespan is 76 years. I don't know. I know a lot of people who died way younger than that, but middle age is not 50. Middle age is actually 38 years old. You're actually considered middle age. The days are long, but the years are shorter than you think. If something doesn't feel right, don't settle. Don't stay in places that drain you. Don't waste your time. And number 7, eventually the only thing you will regret is not doing more of what you love. Always try to do things that you love, because I'm going to do it tomorrow, or I'm going to do it the next day, or you don't know. It's not promised. Tomorrow's not promised to anybody. Carol, you believe that? Carol Minotti? Wow, 38 is middle age. Carol Minotti. Yeah. And we talked about Ahmed. Praise the Lord. We talked last week. I think it was Taylor Perry. I think when Carol was on the show on Thursday, the actor, producer, sexual, is getting sued for 200 something $60 million. Now there's another guy named Fat Joe accused. Excuse me, Fat Joe. I don't know what a Fat Joe is, but Fat Joe accused of paying for sex with minors. Oh, he's a rapper. Says rapper says $20 million suits in lies and extortion. This is the picture, if you can see him, of Fat Joe, rapper, paying for sex with minors. This is the Hollywood people we're talking about, folks. It's everywhere. It's sick. Thank God for Governor DeSantis out of Florida. Just in, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signs a law to allow the death penalty for sex trafficking a young child or someone who is mentally incapacitated. This law covers essentially anyone who participates, including the funders, the supervisors, the planners, everyone is going to jail. Good for Governor DeSantis. Danita, I hope you're feeling better. Oh, Danita, yes, hope you're feeling, Danita, I didn't know you were sick. I hope you're feeling well, honey. Dick said, did you like your sport coat I put on? It looked pretty good on me. Dick, I got to find out where you get some of your clothes at, because some of those things are pretty cool. I like that jacket. I didn't realize what it looked on me until I seen it on the video on my page. So very good. Patrice, how are you doing, my dear friend? All right. So, okay, here we go. Man proposes to his AI chatbot girlfriend. That's not, it's a robot girlfriend named Sal. Then cried his eyes out when she said yes. The man's partner claims she didn't realize his relationship with his chatbot was chatbot, is that right? That deep. A man declares his love for an AI chatbot. He named her Saul. Chris Smith used to be an AI septic. However, this was before he fell in love with his robot. He told CBS News in an interview, pretty soon your partners will be robots. Not some of the ones that some of you guys used to get to blow up the dolls with water when it comes in. Oh God, where's my mind going today? I don't know. And it's only Monday. So, is this crazy? There's strange people in this world. How about this poor family? People magazine. A dad of 3 dies after being struck by lightning while golfing. There's another thing coming up, like the mother, the husband and wife both got struck by lightning. You hear about that? There's a guy going out golfing, gets hit by lightning, and he still has 3 kids at home. Man, there's some scary stuff. And it's so sad. All right. New study proves women who smell and stroke their man's beard before leaving for work live an average of 7 years longer and are 300 times happier than the women who don't stroke their man's beard before they go to work. Do you believe the story that I'm reading to you people right now? People have lost their minds. Ridiculous. What the fuck is right? They like robots now. No one even knows how to talk anymore. How about the woman who smells her husband's beard and rubs it will live longer before going to work, will live longer than the women who don't rub their man's beard and mustache. You can't make this up, folks. You can't make this shit up. Now, here's something that's interesting. But before we do that, let's talk about something that's 100% positive and 100% great, and a company that does no wrong and will always come out and do the best for you. And you know what that is? I'm going to tell you what that is. Jack Vena Landscaping. Landscaping at its finest. They offer monthly maintenance programs, bush trimming, spring, fall cleanup, bed mulching, fertilizing, weed control. They offer plant design service and installation. They've been servicing their shore for over 50 years. My buddy Tommy, you got to give him a call at 847-432-5266. One hell of a guy. He's a great guy. Absolutely. Anyway, make sure you take care of Jack Vena Landscaping. 847-432-5266. Does the job right. Ocean's Pit, let us show about big things, folks. What do we got? We got more crazy stuff to talk about. Tomorrow, it's going to get even more crazier because we got Carol Brandolino on Twisted Tuesday tomorrow. And Wednesday, my buddy Richie Mancini, a great chef in Chicago, one of the best, I think. And now he's making dog food, homemade dog food to sell for dogs. All natural, all good stuff. So, Richie will be our guest on Wednesday. All right. 25-year-old develops dropped head syndrome. What is dropped head syndrome? After looking down on his phone too much. This is something that people, like I said, stop being on your phone, stop being on your phone. That's me. And a lot of people say, why, Tony, you're always on your phone? Now, why am I on my phone is one thing. For the show. All day when I go through Instagram, I go through Twitter, I go through Facebook, see the stories, and I Snapchat them. Take pictures of them. And then in the morning, I get up at 5 o'clock, whatever it is, and I write down the stories. And the ones that I don't write down, I keep on there. So that's why I'm looking for new stories, good, bad, funny, not funny, stupid, whatever, so we can do this show 5 days a week. And that's where I'm getting some of this stuff. And that's like 40% of the stuff for the show. Then another 20, 30% are people send me stuff all the time on my phone, on my private message, on my email. Hey, Tony, talk about this, talk about this, talk about this. So it's interesting. So I can see, I don't know you can get this, but a 25-year-old develops dropped head syndrome, became unable to lift his own head after years of constantly looking down at his smartphone. Doctors discovered a massive bulge on his back of his neck, disorder, vertebrae, and so much scar tissue on his spine that the neck muscles completely failed him. This rare condition is called dropping head syndrome. Got so severe he couldn't even swallow food properly, causing rapid weight loss before the doctors finally intervened. Multiple surgeries, metal rods, and screws can reconstruct his neck. He's 25 years old. Wow. Richard, what did you say? I wonder if they can have a robot with beard. Oh my God, you guys are making me crack up today. This should be Twisted Tuesday. Absolutely. Absolutely. I've got some good stuff for tomorrow. Because I know some of the stories I come up with, I like giving, like Carol, being a woman, I can get, and to get her, response on certain things. Because right now I'm saying things, I'm getting response from you, but I try to keep some good stuff here. All right. I'm going to save this one for tomorrow. Here we go. The McDonald's Big Mac really went from 50 cents to $8. Now, when it first started, with 50 cents was a Big Mac. And now it's about $8. It lost 40% of its size from 1980 to 2025. If you can see this, this is the original the big one. This was the Big Mac, the big one, when it first came out in 1980. Look at it now. And look at the difference in price. From 50 cents to $8. From 1980, a year before I graduated high school, to 2025. McDonald's. Danny Mazzi, Armando Supermarkets. 925 Liberty Street in Elgin, Illinois. I haven't seen you in a long time, Danny. I hope you're doing well, brother. Well, thank you. Yes, I'll make sure Laura gets that. David, how you doing, brother? Hope you're doing well. General, great seeing you, buddy. Twice on Saturday during the day and at night. What is this now? Is this true? They've got the, well, we'll talk about that. Another thing we'll talk about tomorrow or maybe Wednesday. Some of these stories I have to, our mayor of Chicago, 2 days after divided Chicago City Council voted to approve ordinance allowing temporary curfews, Mayor Brandon voted Measure Friday. Curfew. God, I'm so happy, ladies and gentlemen, that I do not live in the city. Taylor Swift in the news again. This is huge. Taylor Swift received 55.4. Rewind this. Taylor Swift received 55.4 million streams on Spotify after announcing ownership of her own masters. Good for her, because there's a lot of, I'm going to tell you something, with musicians, they write their catalog of music. They sign shit over with the record company, and the record company ends up owning everything, and some of these artists get screwed. But now Taylor Swift, with the power that she has, she bought all her masters. That means she owns all her music back from the record label. That is huge. That is a big accomplishment for an entertainer. And to receive 55.4 million streams on Spotify. Congratulations to her. Here's a good one for now. We'll save that for tomorrow. Man addicted to mac and cheese ate nothing but mac and cheese for 17 years. You can't make this up, folks. A man named Austin Davis, now in his early 20s, revealed he lived on almost nothing but boxed mac and cheese for 17 years, consuming Velveeta mac and cheese almost daily. He suffers from Anvodian restrictive food intake disorder, an anxiety-based condition that limits his diet due to sensory sensitives around food. Though his diet is extremely limited, he manages to take multivitamins and occasionally eats simple snacks, and has recently begun incorporating some fruits, pasta, even chicken breasts in his meals. You go there, Austin Davis. I'm going to hold off this one for tomorrow. If all humans suddenly lost the ability to lie, I'm going to save this one for tomorrow too. Yeah, it's tomorrow too. Yeah. This one I'll say today. This is Yahoo Sports. The Buss family bought the Lakers compared to what they're selling it for. Okay. When the Buss family, Jeannie and I forgot the father. Anyway, they bought the Los Angeles Lakers, the NBA basketball team. In 1979, they bought the Lakers for $65.5 million. Okay. They bought the NBA team for $67.5 million in 1979. Jeannie, the daughter, just sold the team for $10 billion, folks. $67.5 million in 1979 when they bought it, and now she sold it for $10 billion. I would say that's a ching-ching all the way. Rahm Emanuel, potential 2028 White House run. I think I have something that I can offer. Fox 32 News. Who else they got? It's either him or Prickster. You guys are in real trouble. Oh, my God. There's one. 3 people struck by lightning in one day, Florida City. 3 people. Well, think about it. It's getting nuts. Fox News Representative Republican Daryl Assa says lawmakers should consider a constitutional amendment allowing Congress or the Supreme Court to step in and remove a president who is unable to perform his job. Now we're going back to the whole Joe Biden thing, and now people are trying to talk about making a law to step in and do that. I thought there was a law already in that. Obviously, they didn't use it the last 4 years. All right, we'll hold off on that one tomorrow too. Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be a good one, show with just these stories alone. We're gonna have some good ones here. Apple, the company Apple, will spend $500 billion in the United States the next 4 years to have their products made in the USA. Congratulations to Apple. Apple plans to invest $500 billion in the U.S. for over the next 4 years to make everything here in the United States of America. Packy's in the house. Carol, remember the Big Macs? They were huge. You could not eat a whole meal. Well, that was back then. You're right. All that stuff has changed, my dear friend. California. Kathy, if you're listening, Kathy Apolito, Santa Barbara. California's new no-touch phone law is officially in effect. As of early June 2025, California's new touch phone law is officially in effect, further tightening restrictions on cell phone use while driving. Under this law, drivers are no longer allowed to physically hold or touch their phones at all, not even to glance at directions or tap on the navigation app. The goal is to eliminate any form of manual phone interaction between the wheel in order to reduce distraction driving incidents. So some people use their phone. You have to put it on the thing. Even if you put it on the thing, you can't touch it. That's going to be interesting to see. Oh, what? Man peeing on salad? No, we're going to wait for that for tomorrow, folks. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you heard that right. I'm saving that for tomorrow. Oh, it's just getting better and better. Oh, yeah, we'll talk about that too. We got a lot of good stuff to talk about tomorrow. So, all right. A wise man once said, hate has 4 letters, but so does love. Number 2, enemies have 7 letters, but so does friends. 3, lying has 5 letters, but so does truth. 4, cry has 3 letters, but so does joy. 5, negativity has 10 letters, but so does positively. Life has 2 sides. Choose the better side. Wow. I've said it once and I'll say it again. Nobody is ever too busy. If they truly care for you, they will pick up the phone and call you. This is true. Helen Tenuta, a friend of mine, Helen, if you're listening, posted this. I said it once, I'll say it again. Nobody is ever too busy. If they truly care, they will make the time to pick up the phone and call you. I think that's life in general, to make time for you. Or when there's friends that you call and maybe they don't call you ever, you're always the initiative one to call. Shouldn't it be a two-way street? And we'll talk a little bit more about that tomorrow as well. And we'll talk about that again tomorrow. And lots to talk about. A Chinese woman. Here's one for you, folks. Scientists have proven flushing your toilet when the lid is open will send shit particles around your bathroom. Learned it here. Question is, if you flush the toilet with the top down, how do you know if everything went under or got flushed? So technically, yeah, then you have to open it. So scientists warn that flushing a toilet with the lid open can send tiny particles known as toilet plume, Plume, into the air, spreading bacteria, viruses, and other shit. No pun intended. The flush creates a turbulent flow that waste particles that can land on nearby surfaces like toothbrushes, towels, or counters. Studies showing using laser have shown these invisible particles can shoot several feet into the air, staying suspended for minutes or longer. Closing the lid before flushing will help reduce that. There's something to think about, folks, while you're having your lunch. Today, on beautiful Monday, love save that for tomorrow and save that one. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of good stuff to sell for tomorrow. Anyway, keep for tomorrow. Let's get to one more story. One more sponsor, folks. Our good friends from Imperialux, becoming your own bank with my good friend Wendy and Craig. That's right. Imagine putting your money to work for you, becoming your own bank, making your dream retirement a reality. A lifetime income. Wendy Thompson will create personal pensions. It's never too late to start. Take charge of your financial future today. Give them a call at 630-890-1213 or book them on Calendly for a free consultation and start building the retirement you deserve. That's our good friends from Imperialux, learning to become your own bank. Love these stories. Love this hour I spent with you guys. I really do. Jody, I hope you're doing well, my dear friend. So let's see. We got some other dates coming up here. July 10th, we'll be at the Village Pub in North Riverside. On July 16th, we'll be at Pronto's, Glendale Heights, outside patio. On the 19th of July, the Main Event Band at Bellagio in Roselle. The 21st of July, we'll be at the Getaway, Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, French Country Inn. Come on out, Lake Geneva, baby. On July 17th, outside patio at Moretti's in Edison Park. On the 23rd of July, Schiller Park, concert in the park. Taverna on July 26th, outside patio. And July 24th, yours truly, Jerry Jams and Lisa Pete will be at the brand new Positano's in Wheaton, Illinois. They still have the one in Oak Brook, but this month in July, because we're always there one Thursday a month, the one in Oak Brook. But this one in July will be at the Positano's in Wheaton on July 24th. Well, guys, it's come to the end of the hour. But before we do our last thing, birthdays, I know I forgot for today, but I'll mention them tomorrow. But anyway, today's birthday so far, June 30th. Of course, my lovely wife, Laura, celebrating a birthday. Happy birthday, Laura. June Lockhart from Lost in Space, 100 years old. Mick Fleetwood, Fleetwood Mac, 78 years old. Bobby Valley, the brother of Frankie Valley, New Jersey, celebrating. Randy Bachman, BTO, 72. Mick Jones of The Clash, celebrating a birthday. Mary Povich, former talk show host. Carly Simon, Anticipation, 72 years old. One of the greatest baseball players ever, Derek Jeter, celebrating a birthday this past weekend. Peter Lorre, Chico Secret Squirrel. Remember Peter Lorre? Celebrating a birthday. Brooke Shields, celebrating. Look at that. Randy Travis, for you country fans, 66 years old. Bobby Vinton, roses are red, my love. Violets are blue. John Cryer, celebrating a birthday today. Rick Lindy out there, Chicagoland entertainer, celebrating a birthday. And Nick Sahajas Jr., Nick and Phyllis's son, Nicholas, also celebrating a birthday. A lot of good birthdays, guys, for today on the 30th of June. Guys, let's get to our sponsor again. That's right. Our good friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Guys, how about this one? Save $3 instantly on a 20-pound propane exchange while supplies last. That's your tank for your grill. Save 40% on B&B Oak and Hickory Charcoal, 17.6-pound bag, only $8.99. Save 40% on a bag of Tangier Meat Church Pellet Blend, only $14.99. Note, we do not stock the Wasp Killer Value Pack that is featured on the flash sale item for this ad. And flash sale on June 28th. That's over already. Anyway, all regular price grills, 50% off Assembly's last. Guys, this is Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local. Get to your stores there with their brand new one in Fox River Grove and in Richmond. And don't forget the one in Mesa, Arizona, Warrenville, Evergreen Park, and Orangeville, and Des Plaines. Ace is the place, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Guys, tomorrow is Twisted Tuesday for another crazy Tuesday with my good friend Carol Brandolino will be joining us tomorrow. And don't forget, buy local, shop local, support local establishments, support live entertainment, support people in general. Be kind to everybody. Come out and support us. Tuesday, Kenosha, Oceans Rat Pack. Thursday, Zaza's, Lake Barrington. Friday, 2 private events, but we will be at the Elmwood Park Parade at 9 o'clock in the morning on my float. And Friday night is a private event. Saturday is a private event at the Grand Geneva in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. And then we'll be out of town Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Anyway, if anything offends you on this show or on TV or radio, it's that simple. On TV and radio or even this show, shut it off and don't watch it. But remember one thing, folks. Just because you're offended doesn't mean you're right. Be kind to one another. Be happy. Try to be happy with your life because life is short, man. Ringo Starr says, peace and love. God bless you all. Have a great day. We'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Time to go. It's the end of the show. See you later from Tony O.
Bye-bye, everybody. Love you.